Oh, and there's the red light running. It's almost like you know how to work cameras.
Don't tell anybody, then they'll make me do it. Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Rex, and today
we have a gift.
Ooh.
From the magnificent bastard Mike Allen. Ooh. And this came with it. I think those are probably for you.
Oh, the eagle
For
side?
obvious reasons, yeah.
Now, you realize the form factor that this eagle has taken, modeled after my own body.
Your own physique?
Yeah.
How long did it take to pose for the caricatures?
Not long. It's all done with like 3D now. It's just an app thing.
Oh, so you just had to stand and like spin slowly?
And then they throw the artists at it.
They throw the artists at it. You know those artists.
Designed in Canada. No, wait a minute.
Always being thrown at things. Designed in Canada.
Designed in Canada. Did we outsource to Canada? Because I was with these designers, this team of people that we threw at.
Yeah.
And they.
You forgot the Canada part, huh?
Yeah, they
was
were.
Ryan Reynolds on the team?
He sold that gin company for like $65 million.
He sold it already?
Aviator Gin.
He's out?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he may be still brought on as the spokesperson.
I really want to sign up for his phone company.
So much money.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
All right. This is Mike Allen, Magnificent Bastard.
Mike Allen, you magnificent
bastard.
Now, if you'll remember, he gave us, which you won't.
Yeah.
He gave us Windsor Canadian, like a budget Canadian crap.
How dare you?
Yeah.
No, thank you. If it's new and it's different, thank you.
Ah, I forgot my pocket knife upstairs again. I have like 8 pocket knives now.
You want me to do it?
And they're all sitting on my desk.
That doesn't do us any good.
I know. I meant to keep one in here, and I feel like I did.
Well, why don't you just rip the paper and then the string is a non-issue.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
See, now you just get into the plastic.
Yeah.
And you just
I'm okay with that.
Tear the plastic. Now this is a whole nother level of, I got it.
And it'll catch the spillage.
Sure.
Like if there's spillage,
it's a feature.
It'll catch it, yeah.
It's a feature.
Okay, so Mike Allen said, hey, thanks for suffering through that Windsor Canadian thing. And this is what I'm giving you as a reward. Now, I'm actually kind of excited about this.
Wait, he's training us?
Yeah, evidently. This is Charleston, South Carolina. Remember, we've done high wire distilling before.
I did a portion of my honeymoon in Charleston.
This is called the New Southern Revival. This is their, remember we did I think Jimmy Red corn. They were reviving like an old heirloom corn called Jimmy Red.
Yeah.
And it was a bourbon that we liked.
Yeah.
This is their bourbon finished in Madeira casks, Madeira wine cask.
Okay. On the nose, rich smokiness.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is more like a sherried scotch, except for right at the very end, there's that dry, dusty corn grain note.
Yeah, it's like, what do you got? Like a sweetened tea. There's a smokiness in there. And it's like for me, it's like a campfire, foresty type of smoke.
Yeah, it's very wood heavy.
Yeah, it's nice though. Very layered.
Man, I don't know that I would have picked this as bourbon. If someone had blind poured this for me.
Nope. Very layered.
I would have thought craft single malt
and
with a wine cask finish.
In a bourbon, does the bourbon criteria, is that the kind of criteria that doesn't allow you to smoke any of the grains, or can you still smoke grains in bourbon?
I mean, in theory, you can smoke grains. There's no rules about it. It just has to be percentage corn, right?
Okay. Now, are any of these grains smoked?
No.
Wow.
I think it's just the barrel char.
Wow.
It also could be the mustiness of the Madeira wine.
Okay.
Right?
Man, that would have to be a really intense and unique angle on must to present with this kind of character. I like it though.
The longer I live with it, the more I'm smelling corn. But on first impact, it was like, whoa, that's weird.
It's definitely there, but yeah, the thing that grabs your attention is that campfire woodiness. It shows up on the taste too.
It tastes more like bourbon, but it's so sweet. And then the finish is kind of flat. It's there. It doesn't drop off a cliff, but it flattens out.
It's like it's like a soft caramel finish.
Yeah, but there's like a fruit candy note into that
like
caramel.
Fruit caramel? Okay, all right.
Yeah. Like I'm also getting a fruit note that when it flattens, it turns into some kind of fruit.
As much as the finish does, because you have like this pretty big swell of flavors, and then the finish drops off really low. But what's interesting about it is it's much lower in volume, but it's also very extended. Mm-hmm. Like it stays with you, and it will evolve over time. I got like a caramel, and then I eventually started to get that fruit note you're talking about.
Spread it around on your palate because you'll get the smoke. If you spread it around a little bit and then swallow, just as that finish starts to flatten but isn't continued yet, that's where the little char note shows up.
So for me, the char note is immediately present. That smokiness, that woodiness is immediately present the first moment you get into the glass. Yeah. Wow. That is a unique and interesting layered whiskey.
Yeah, it's got complexity. Man.
An interesting angle on
We're
bourbon.
getting a lot of good, interesting bourbons these days.
I enjoy that. I think it adds something fresh and different and new to the category.
I also think that
in an enjoyable way.
In that finish barrel the right amount of time.
Yeah, you think it could have gotten too heavy-handed with that barrel?
I think it could have if they had left it in there too long, but I think it actually is nice where it is. Like, I'm still getting bourbon now that I'm sipping on it.
What's the proof on that?
45.
45. Okay, man, that's a lot of flavor.
I wonder if the flattening on the end came from the proofing down.
Well, I think that's probably where it's most apparent that you want water.
Yeah, I do.
Because there's quite a bit happening in this glass. I'm curious to... Because I think I added enough to take it probably a little bit below 40 at this point.
I'm just adding tiny drops, not any real water quantity. What's the name for water holding its shape rounded before it finally cracks and...
meniscus.
Meniscus?
Yeah, the meniscus.
Okay, yeah. But there's a name for water tensile, like holding its... Anyway, I can't think of it.
The meniscus.
I couldn't... I mean, that is the thing. Google it.
Hey Siri, what is a meniscus? Not discus. You ignorant slut. Meniscus. The meniscus is a C-shaped piece of tough rubbery cartilage.
No, meniscus. Yeah, you're right.
Meniscus. Oh, spell it
water
differently.
meniscus. Yeah, it's that curve to the surface of water when it touches another. Because what happened just now...
Hold on. Just want to bask in that.
That accuracy? Nailed the meniscus.
We're not going to talk about the fact that I couldn't spell it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's what Google's for. Okay. Anyway, I thought of it because I was trying to pour a tiny drop of water, and I got this big bulge of water that was just not pouring out of
just
like, damn
down.
it, come on, pour. Okay.
That aggressive meniscus just throwing you off.
It really is.
The water wakes up the wood note for me. It gets woodier on the nose.
In the nose. Oh, and the palate. And then that long, flat sweetness goes away.
Yeah, it does.
It just sort of vanishes.
No, that was better without the water.
Yeah.
Better without the water.
You all right there?
I'm new to whiskey, says Michael B. Is drinking 1 dram a day, approximately 1.5 to 2 ounces, too much? I don't want to get addicted, but it tastes so good. Mm-hmm. I typically drink 1 or 2 beers around dinner, but just switched to whiskey. I don't want to overdo. It's a good question. I think in a large part that's going to come down to the human.
Yes.
Right? Because
there's no hard and fast
when it comes
answers.
to addictive behavior, so much of this is a mental thing, right? If you are predisposed to be, like have an addictive personality, or if you're trying to round off some of the rougher edges of your life, then whiskey can be one of those things that just counting the numbers probably isn't the best angle of approach. You may need to have a little bit more attention aimed at the source of why you're going to be going to that whiskey. But if it's just a flavor thing, if you just like the flavor, I recently saw an article, gosh, I wish I could name the source. It was one of the larger
Cosmo?
places. No. It was Harper's.
What's the one that was like for the Boy Scouts? You always found it in like dentist offices.
Oh.
And always had like...
Ranger Rick?
Or no, puzzles and stuff in it. Anyway.
Well, we'll just go with Ranger Rick.
Was it Reader's Digest?
Anyways, during the Rona, there's a lot of doctors that are recommending that men, specifically, they cited men, I don't know why, but men drink no more than 1 drink a day. I don't know. You can find doctors that'll say no, 2 or 3 is fine.
Yeah.
So we're not going to give you medical advice. We're just going to say, hey, make sure you go into the volume that you're consuming in a very intentional way. Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, because you enjoy the flavor, not because you need to numb yourself to the bullshit in your life.
Here's what I would say is, if you were comfortable and had a functional life and were fine with 2 beers at dinner,
Yeah.
then the equivalent of that in whiskey would be 3 ounces, according to the alcohol content of a typical whiskey.
Yeah.
And so that's 1 to 2 pours. Don't go beyond that if you're trying to keep it maintained.
Hive PA, random thought of the day. When are you guys going to release a Whiskey Vault phone app with your tasting notes, your rating, and the tribe rating? It would be helpful when I'm at the store instead of going, what's the thing they said about the stuff and the Maybe it could also recommend new whiskeys from what we've tried. I would love to do that app in exactly that exact form factor.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's what...
Yeah. Tasting notes, links to the video, references by other MBs on what they thought about it.
And we've
suggested other things if you liked this.
We've looked at the best way to go about that rating system. I mean, it's basically just like a 5-star review rating system that they already have built on like platforms like Shopify and whatnot.
Right.
You can give your star rating, then you can also add comments below it. And then, so it's a time thing.
It really is a time thing.
Yeah, like we would love to, if there is somebody that just, had, just an amazing track record and tons of experiences. Like, hey guys, I want to build this for you. Here's the framework. Here's the all the stuff, and then here's what it's going to take to get it going. Then, we could be very interested, but it's not something we're going to be able to chase down the talent and all of that.
No.
But that would be amazing. We'd love to have that someday.
Can I say that I think that the sock guys are getting off easy?
Are they?
I mean, that's not. What size shoe do you wear?
I'm like a 12.
I'm 9, right?
Yeah.
What is the size of these socks?
7 to 12.
Okay, put your foot up
Shoe
against
size
mine.
7 to 12.
Right? Look at that. How is one sock supposed to be able to be totally fine for everyone from a size 7 to a size 12? That's bullshit. They're fun. That's just like covering the breadth of like, hey, I'm going to make a shirt in the Whiskey Tribe. What size is it? This shirt's good for everybody from extra small to like XXX.
Here's the thing though.
That's not a thing.
They're stretchy.
Yeah, but no, I'm not buying it. The sock guys, they're just getting away with lazy sizing.
I have been inspired. For the next episode, I shall wear socks with sandals.
Oh, those socks.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, fight for a friend.
Steal me, steal your liver's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.